Okay? And if you read James, it's stuff like, no one can follow Christ if he doesn't take care of his tongue. Pow! Do that. You can't control what you say, because a ship is a big boat, a rudder is a little piece of wood, but it is the rudder that steers the ship. The tongue then steers the life. And so that you'll read about 2 verses of James, and your nose will be sore and your eyes swelling up, because he's pow, pow, take that one. I got another waiting for you in the next verse, so come on back. Now, James is hard to read because he takes no prisoners. So here he is in the first chapter. I mean, he hasn't even warmed up good. And here's what he says: don't be hearers of the word, but doers of it. Now, I'm sure the church he was writing to was nothing like any of the churches that I have pastored, where people will study a lot about Jesus, be really smart when you play Jesus Jeopardy, but have no clue how to live it. Never show any evidence of a life being changed. But think, if I know a lot about Jesus, it's the same as knowing Jesus. And it's not. This is what James is challenging. Now, there are a lot of people who say, well, if I believe, the Corinthians had this problem, if I really believe and really sincere in what I believe, then it doesn't matter what I do. James says, It's what you do that tells me what you believe. And if you don't live it, you don't believe it. If you don't live it, you don't believe it. Now, what he tells the early church is Christianity is a lot like the science classes we all took. You would go to lecture where we would be given the information. Your professor would say, if you mix this chemical with this chemical, things blow up. Then that afternoon, you'd go to lab, where you would mix those 2 chemicals and you get to blow up stuff. It was wonderful. But there was always the 2 things, the learning and then the doing. The doing validated the learning. The doing validated the knowing. The knowing informed the doing. You have this cycle of knowing and doing that feeds the other. The reason some of you doubt is that you have never had the courage to validate, verify the teachings of Christ in the doing. So you hear Jesus teach, and you listen, and you say, that won't work.